This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Today's discussion is polarizing choices. The truth is somewhere in between. So one of the things that happens in businesses and life is that there's constantly sort of polarizing or binary choices. And I don't want to get into the whole binary versus non-binary gender thing. That's not this discussion today. But the reality on binary choices, when you give somebody a binary choice, do the job this way or don't do the job at all. Stay with the company, do it how we want you to do it, or leave. At the end of the day, the right answer for so many situations, it's not either and. It's not never work here again, never talk to us again, but give us some breathing space and let's figure out the right solution to maintain the business situation that you're in. It's almost never ultimatums, binary polarizing choices, generally a mistake, generally not a good way to deal with business, with life, with lots of different things. It's not as though I blew the diet today, so the diet's permanently gone. No, it's rather, okay, I didn't have a great day today. I might have overdone it, but we'll be back at it tomorrow. Same thing with caffeine, with fitness, with life, with choices. Probably, quite frankly, with war and conflict in the Middle East and in the rest of the world, that at the end of the day, constructive diplomacy moves us towards balanced places. It's not cutting the deficit through raising taxes alone. It's cutting the deficit. There's some combination of raising taxes and cutting spending. All things in life, almost all of them, not everything, but almost all of them are not binary. And again, no comment on gender today. We're not going there. But the concept being that most choices in life, the reality is somewhere in between. And the better you can manage your own emotions, the way that you deal with people, your emotional intelligence at work and in life and business, in this concept of the gray area, the fact that the world lives somewhere in between, not absolutes, not you either take this job or you're not a great person, or you do this or you're not that. Try and get out of that thinking and look at things in a more sort of balanced perspective. We see this with people, and to my credit, I think I've gotten better at this over the year. At one point, I might have judged somebody one way. Over time, I see the gray in them. I grow to embrace them. I think of a great friend that I'll see tonight, who's in from out of town. At one point, I had a jaundiced view, but over time, you grow to really appreciate the person as a whole and really not to view it so black and white, but that most people, most choices, most of everything is somewhere in the gray. So today, the concept is, try and avoid polarizing choices. The real concept is that the reality is most of life is somewhere in between. And the more you could think of it that way, the easier it is to live, the better off you are. I know sometimes it's easy to be categorical, almost like Immanuel Kant, categorical oughts or can'ts or do's, but categorical don'ts. But the reality is most of life is somewhere in between. And the more you can embrace that reality, that life and choices are somewhere in between, the better off you probably are in terms of a mental state and everything else. Thank you so much, as always, for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. I love getting a chance to visit with people. If you're the first person that listens to this, or the first two, go ahead and text me at 773-766-5322, and I'll send you a $50 gift certificate, and we'll go from there. You got to be one of the first two to text me. You can't be somebody that texts all the time for the gift card. Thank you so much, and thank you to our wonderful producer, Chanel Bunger, today. Thank you very much.